K-Ann for the P50 says, Top Gear reviewed Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it's undercar news. I believe you, because I covered Top Gear. They reviewed Avowed, and I actually made a video on that. What? I need to check it. Top Gear. Oh my God. Top Gear, Hot List, Gaming. Top Gear, a car vlog that previously I talked about reviewing Avowed, is now reviewing Ubisoft's latest creation, Assassin's Creed Shadows. And their review says, a brilliant, what's that phrase? Return to form. Turns out it's not just a name. Staying in the dark matters a lot in Ubi's latest blockbuster open world. Okay, just straight up to this Phil Iwanio guy. Did he even play the game? Because no. I mean, granted, I'm only 7 hours into it, but no. And I've heard it gets even worse, by the way, when you get Yasuke back. When you have Yasuke, you actually don't stay in the shadows at all. That's like, he's not a ninja. I mean, he's literally just beating the shit out of people in Feudal Japan. Like a black guy just beating the shit out of Japanese people in broad daylight. He's not hiding from anyone. Ask people who've been playing the new Assassin. Did they really call it Ass Creed? Did they really do this? Let me, hold on. Can I zoom in on this? Did they really do this? Ask people who have been playing the new Ass Creed. This is literally the first sentence of the review, and you call it ass. You call it Ass Creed. What? What? That's amazing. God, I'm trying to continue here, but what? Ass Creed. Great review. I love Ass Creed. Robert Lawrence says ass ins Creed. Ask anyone who's played the new Ass Creed. Oh man, I can't get past this, about their favorite moments in it. And you'll almost certainly hear a lot of positives. What? Maybe in your bubble, bro, but the people I talk to that have played this game, ironically, by the way, believe it or not, we like to form our own opinions, talk to our audience about it while we're playing it live, so we literally can't coordinate anything, and we're all coming away with the same thought process during playing it. What does that tell you? That means that we have a different perspective than the bubble you're in, where they just want a toxic positivity, everything. Shiitake says Special Agent Bill Maxwell. This is the most enjoyable and innovative. This guy's never played another Assassin's Creed. This is the first one he's ever played. Like, he's straight up lying to you if he's trying to say that he's played other Assassin's Creed and saying that this is the best one in years. But here's the thing. The conversation will almost certainly veer towards gear. I like how you use that word there for Top Gear. Where even is, I don't even know where it is. Clearing out a castle and picking up a legendary Tanto. Going back to a previously rock hard pause. Enemy encampment with an epic katana and turning them into strawberry jam. Bro, do you even chat GPT? Like, what even is this article? It's very unlikely they'll tell you about their favorite narrative moments, because Ass Creed just doesn't seem as interested in spinning you a yarn as its forefathers were. In many ways, it feels comfortably familiar to a series vet, massing intimidating massive, intimidating world map, 2 swappable protagonists, 1 male and 1 female, because that matters for checkbox reasons, apparently. Like, what? Why would you even say 1 male and 1 female? Who the fuck cares? These people are so fixated on identity. It's wild. Crafting materials absolutely everywhere. Climbing up big towers, not if you're Yasuke, and squatting uncomfortably at the top of them, not if you're Yasuke. It's all here. But those familiar trappings belie some dramatic changes to both stealth and structure. Wait, hold up. You just said here that staying in the dark matters a lot. But then you say here that it's dramatic changes to the stealth, which, huh? In case you didn't catch the trailers and inevitable accompanying backlash. Wait, hold on. Ask people who've been playing Ass Creed, and you'll hear a lot of positives. Ask people who have been playing it down here, and you'll find out there's inevitable backlash. Oh, great. More on that shortly. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear this guy bitch and moan about people complaining. This is going to be great. This one's set in feudal Japan. Was it the Sengoku period, to be more precise? But a time and place the community's been asking for since the series began, more or less, which is true. You have a pair of protagonists at your disposal who can be swapped at will once you complete the opening few hours. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm 7 hours in, and Kata, I don't know if you're still in here, Kata, but Kata said there's another 4 hours. So I guess if you want to count 11 hours as the opening few hours, then I guess you get them. Naoi is a lithe and stealthy shinobi assassin who uses the environment to her advantage and takes her opponents down silently in the Eponius shadows. Yasuke, on the other hand, is a legendary samurai warrior. These people, what, the Thomas Lockley School of Law? He is not. This is not a fact. This is false. The game is great, truly great. You can believe me because I just lied to you right above that. Its stealth system has evolved to incorporate light levels. Shout out Thief the Dark Project, pioneer of this type of stealth, which we mentioned as the best shadows feature while stalling for time in this review. Look at, hey guys, this comes across as such a, hey there, fellow kids. I too play games. Look at me. I can talk about one of them that we talked about before. You can trust me. Which means you're not just robotically moving between cover, but reading your environment in a new way. Fights are balletic and flowing. What are with these words? Featuring light and heavy attacks, parries and blocks. Every hit lands with real weight, and the spectacle is ramped up by a high degree of destructible scenery. You might like car stuff, because remember, guys, this is a car vlog. in case you forgot. My goodness, how long is this review? Holy crap. Here we go. A quick word on the aforementioned backlash. Some, hey guys, a fringe minority, aka some. Hey, all nearly 500 people in here. You fringe minority of almost unanimous feelings. Some voice their displeasure at seeing a black character as a Sarah. That's not what we're voicing the displeasure about. Oh my God, that's a disingenuous statement. People were pissed that this was clearly a DEI insert where Ubisoft went through all the history books of Japan, clearly trying to find the only black person that ever had any modicum of anything written down ever about them anywhere in the halls of history of Japanese lore. And Ubisoft found it. They found it. They went out of their way. They found this guy. And instead of making him a side character in the game, which would have been perfectly fine because people are like, yeah, okay, that's happened in other games before. No. Ubisoft's like, we know what the people want. We're going to give them something different, though, because inclusivity and DEI. And oh, by the way, along the way, we're going to consult with Thomas Lockley, who made all this shit up about Yasuke, who said that he was a samurai, who wrote books about the situation, who said all these things, and they ended up being fabricated. And he deleted all of his social media. And as far as I understand, the Japanese Diet is currently under investigation with him or putting him on trial for something. Not for something, but for this, as far as I understand. Could be wrong about that, but suffice it to say, Thomas Lockley was a fan fiction author, and he went hog wild writing multiple books about Yasuke based off of a few lines of text, and called it history and accurate. It wasn't fiction. He wrote history. He got caught updating the Wikipedia under a false name, citing historical accuracy concerns. Ubisoft responded with evidence that Yasuke is, in fact, a real... Where is your source? Where is your source? If you're going to write this, where's the link? Where is this? Where did Ubisoft say this? Because, oh, by the way, just because Ubisoft responded with evidence does not make that evidence true. Their evidence was from someone who was lying about things. So it was false. That was the problem. LBC Andrew says he did exist. He was never a samurai, though. Yasuke is, in fact, a real historical figure, which is true. That is true. A black former African slave who served as a great unifier of Japan. He didn't serve as it. He served the great unifier of Japan, Oda Nobunaga. Okay. So this evidence here does not say that he's a samurai. This says that what everyone agrees on, that yes, he is. No one's arguing this. What? We mention it because it feels like a lot of energy went into Yasuke's research and pre-production, only for his story to feel oddly undertold in the end product. It's a bit of a missed opportunity. No, it's not. It's exactly why people told you not to use Yasuke in this game. Oh my God. I can't. Is it any good then? Yes. Yes, it is. But here we go with the excuses. But making a game this vast in scope, systematically, narratively, and in sheer production values, you open yourself up to critique of many component parts. It doesn't stick every landing, but the fundamentals that built the series are as good as they've been for years. Fluid fights, which I'd agree the fighting is decent in it. Deep stealth, I mean, it's stealth. I don't know if it's deep stealth, but I'll give it credit for it. It is stealthy, and the stealth overall seems to work fine. Gorgeously realized scenery that changes with the seasons, which I would 100% agree with this. I think the game looks amazing. A strong sense of progression thanks to its loot and crafting systems. I have not felt that yet in the first 7 hours. Maybe eventually I will, but as of right now, I've not felt a strong sense of progression. These are essential traits for a great AC. Okay, so you talk about the positives. Where's the negatives? What about the voice acting, the storyline, the clear DEI injections? What about these things? What about Yasuke being in the game, even if you remove the DEI injections? Even if you're like, oh, it's totally fine, no one had any issues with it. You play the game, you don't play as Yasuke for the first 11 hours of the game. Well, you play like for 20 minutes with them, and then you lose them for like 11 hours of the game. There's no continuity to the story. It makes no sense. And as people have told me, I haven't gotten there yet, so I'll make up my mind for myself. But what I've heard from people I trust say, yeah, his story doesn't make sense. It's convoluted, and it feels like it's very tacked on. So maybe the game feels fun. But if you're playing Assassin's Creed for storyline and voice acting and being lost in a world, you're going to have a bad time. But there's also a lot of space among its meadows, mountains, the fishing villages, and castle strongholds, the cherry blossoms and forests. Space to contemplate the what ifs, basically saying that the game leaves way too much wide open space, which I agree with. View comments. Let's see. Brown Ninja 97, 12 hours ago. The last time review sites said a game was a return to form, half a studio shut down. The gaming market has doubled in size since Valhalla came out, and this hasn't beaten it since launch sales. How do you mess up Samurais, the most requested region? I appreciate the fact that Top Gear has been trying to offer more diverse range of articles covering different interests for a while now, but try as I might, I still don't see how a review of a game not featuring a single automobile is relevant. They really should have reviewed Yasuke Simulator. That would have made a lot more sense. I mean, at least there are cars, motorcycles, and bicycles in Yasuke Simulator. Yes, I'm one of those naysayers. Supposing it's better than the usual Ubisoft slop of near past, but will it be enough to save Ubisoft from going under? Stock has rebounded the pre-tariff level at least. Yeah, because of all the puff piece articles that have fooled investors. And then we get sites like freaking Top Gear coming out telling people that it's a brilliant return to form. And then at the very bottom of it, they're like, yeah, brilliant return to form, but it's there's a lot of space to contemplate the what ifs, and the game itself is the story feels oddly undertold of the end product. But don't worry, it's a brilliant game, guys. And we can trust Top Gear for our thoughts on this game, because there's no better place I'd rather go than a car vlogging site for my Assassin's Creed Shadows coverage.